that De'Aaron Fox is their franchise player. Why not add a wing? The wing is the most important position in the NBA.
Right now.
Think about it. The Golden State Warriors won because of Andrew Wiggins and the way that he was able to play defensively and offensively. No more what the Lakers had, those cooked wings. You need those young wings that sit in the sink, that's raw, that's seasoned, that's ready to go into the oven.
The barbecue wings, the buffalo wings, if you will.
No more cooked wings. I don't want the wings that's been out on the stove all night.
Okay, I understand. All right, let's go to Detroit because they are the East. It's become a tougher conference with Boston dominating, with the Milwaukee Bucks dominating. The Brooklyn Nets are hopeful. But let's take a look at exactly where the Detroit Pistons are now. So Kate Cunningham, all-rookie first team this last season, but less than 25 wins for the third straight season. Remember, there's head coach Dwayne Casey. The projected second most cap space this offseason. So might we see, actually it's the most after the trade, so might we see them add a star caliber player along with their pick here, Perk?
Absolutely, and I think the guy that stood out to me is Ivy, right? You can see him pairing up alongside Cade Cunningham. The great thing about Cade is that he's really that point forward type player. Not only can he get his, but he's great at facilitating for others. And I know Troy Weaver, last year he was very, very high on Jalen Green, right? He loved his athleticism. He loved his explosiveness. And now he actually has a chance to actually get a somewhat version of Jalen Green in Ivy.
Well, obviously we saw, as Adrian Wojnarowski reported, the departure of Jeremy Grant for the Detroit Pistons. He's on his way to the Portland Trail Blazers. So there's a little bit of room there for the Pistons to add some more veteran presence to go along with their young core. Perk.
Yeah, and one name comes to mind, DeAndre Ayton, right? Another man's trash is another man's treasure. And when we talk about DeAndre Ayton, we're talking about a guy that could average 20, 10, and 3 blocks in this league. We're talking about a guy that is everything that you want in that power forward / center position. And I think Troy Weaver has his eyes on DeAndre Ayton. That's why he made room for him. And he's only 23 years of age. So he's still young that you could put him in right with the young core that you already have.
But if they do end up going with Jaden Ivey with this pick, why does he fit for an NBA-ready team that's hoping to crack that drought for them?
I mean, if you're going with best available player, I think this is the best available player at number 5, and I don't think there's much question about it. You know, Jaden Ivey's the best athlete in this draft.
Right.
I mean, he's the best athlete in this draft. You mentioned Troy Weaver like Jalen Green's athleticism. If he likes athleticism, Jaden Ivey's got it.
I think that might make a little bit of sense in Detroit. Detroit basketball. All right, the pick is in. Let's get it to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 5th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Jaden Ivey from Purdue University.
This right here, Kendrick Perkins, is what it is all about.
Absolutely. Like, let it out, young fella. This is about the journey. This is the necessary sacrifices that you made to get to this point to have your name called.
Well, and the first person that he hugged was his mother, and I just want to shed a little bit of light on their story. Ivy was raised by his mom, who played in the WNBA. She's now the head coach of the Notre Dame women's team, and he'll tell you they watch a lot of film together. They spend a lot of time together. She worked with John Morant. John Morant, someone he models his game after. But that time that he put in with mom, look at her, making sure she captures every single moment of her son having his moment on the stage with the commissioner.
I mean, you gotta love it. This is what it's all about.
This is it. This is what it is all about. Here are some of those moments we were mentioning Jaden and Niele Ivey. He's the second Purdue underclassman to be named to the first team All-American in the last 92 years. But really the story, the connection between him and his mom as a coach, as a player, is just so wonderful. Who has she coached him to become, Jay?
Well, a dynamic and explosive guard who is great in transition. His speed is remarkable. In the open floor, he's fantastic. He can change speeds, but he's got a gear that very few other players have. It's Ja Morant type speed and explosiveness with Dwayne Wade type length. He's improved his shooting over the last year. Catch and shoot, he can get his own, and he's got deep range. He doesn't shoot a great percentage, but he can run off screens and makes good reads and cuts with great speed. And when he gets downhill, forget it.
And we talked about his mom coaching Ja Morant. This guy Ivey has Ja Morant written all over him. When you talk about a dynamic, athletic guard that can get to the basket and finish above the rim, a guy that's real quick and shifty with the basketball coming downhill, and he will punch it on you and let you know about it. That's the thing I love about the kid Ivey, Ja Morant.
Well, it's not really a surprise that he's compared to Ja Morant. I mean, look at him, his mom. I said it before, but I will say it again. She was an assistant coach with the Memphis Grizzlies. I just want to reiterate, as we continue to celebrate Title IX and the strides that women have made, that it is still rare to see that. And so shout out her and shout out Jaden Ivey. I just want to take a look at this moment again, because this, I can't say it enough. This is what it's about. It is not just a player getting drafted into the NBA. It is a journey the entire family is going on. That is the look of a proud mother, of a proud parent who says, you know what, baby, that's a job well done.
Absolutely.
And this, Malika, is, I think, where the draft gets really interesting. Because I do think most observers and most basketball people had this top 5. It might have been in a different order, but this was the 5 we expected to be gone by now. What happens next, I think, is really a crapshoot, because there are
in the best way.
There are a number of different. Well, you can shoot craps. There are a number of different things that are going to happen here that we haven't anticipated.
Yep.
And there are a number of different ways teams can go. I think this is where the draft really starts.
So if the draft really starts here and you put on your GM hat, who are you liking as the best available?
Well, you got Shaedon Sharpe from Kentucky, who's the mystery man. We haven't seen him play in 8 or 9 months in 5-on-5 play. But